Nutricia were one of the first companies to produce special medical foods for metabolic disease. Our goal actually hasn't really changed since the very beginning, and it quite simply is to make sure that we develop the best products and services for patients with inherited metabolic disease.
I've been here for 23 years. We were a small independent company. The ethos is still there. Within Nutricia, they do see that we're very much at the specialised end of what we do, so we do try and keep that alive so that we can respond to patients who need something very, very quickly.
As years go by, the condition is becoming more well known, and the patient groups are starting to form much wider associations, helped by things like NSPKU and CLIMB, which are some of the patient associations that exist. But we try and play our part because we have an ethos of providing best care, and this is one of the ways that we can work to support these patients, not just through providing products.
Here at Nutricia Research in Utrecht, we have in principle everything that we do need for a good innovation center. The biggest focus has been on PKU, which is the most prominent indication, fenylketonurií. It's actually only one of the rare metabolic disorders that we do cater for. We have a strong and a long-term commitment to all metabolic disorders that we can have solutions for, ranging from, as said, PKU, but also indication, but only have a few hundred patients in Europe, with very specific needs because of their nutritional profile of their diet. We do develop those product and formulations, and also we tend to develop a little portfolio of products so they can have a choice and they can use these products throughout life.
Overall, the idea of having a more nutritionally compact product was quite technically challenging. We focused very much on using only ingredients that tasted the best, making sure that we didn't compromise on the nutrition, completely relooking at the manufacturing process. We talked a lot with various countries about what their preference was for flavours, which can vary from country to country. We've recently launched this in the UK, and we've got a product that we've shared with our patients, and they have been quite bowled over, I think is the best way to say, of how much better it tastes. And we've had some fabulous feedback from parents who have said they've found it quite difficult to transition their children onto these products, but they feel much more comfortable themselves now about introducing this. It smells more normal. It smells like a strawberry milkshake. It looks like a strawberry milkshake. So it may look quite simple as a powder, but actually from the patient's point of view, it's quite an innovation for them.
The important to get across is that the business will never change to the detriment of a patient. You know, things always move on. There's new ways of working, new engineering, new ideas, but the patient is always at heart of the business. You can be involved in that and be part of that. It's very empowering. It really will make you get up and go to work in the morning.
The thing that really makes the difference for me is when you think, particularly working for Nutricia and Metabolics Nutrition, having this widest portfolio, as I said, we produce products that no one else does. So it's something that you can think to yourselves, we're making products that change people's lives, truly do change people's lives. It's not that we're just helping them manage their nutrition while they're in hospital, or we're helping them gain weight after the back of a surgery or an illness. We're doing something that will be with these children. We can be partners for life with these children, and because you can see it, you know, you can see patients going from this stage to this stage to this stage, sticking with a diet, taking the products, not having any of the complications. It really does open your eyes to what's possible.
Education is very important. It's a continuous process. Metabolic doctors need to build networks. They need to talk to each other. We have one conference, the EMG, European Metabolic Group, with a purpose clearly to have a basis for networking and then really to share information on a very, very high scientific level. The Vademecum Metabolicum is a manual, basically a manual on metabolic diseases. It's covering a couple of hundred disorders. We did the first edition in '97. We have the fourth edition of this book. It's translated in more than 8 languages worldwide. The other tool we are talking about, this is something that is online available, And that is more descriptive and more in extension describes what is the clinical picture, how to monitor this disease, what kind of side effects you can expect, and has the purpose basically to inform and induce families of a newly diagnosed baby. Overall, it's a small community. And it's necessary and important to have this community. It's about us listening, finding solutions, and then just making it happen, yeah.
At Nutricia, we provide comprehensive information and support services, including scientific brochures and information for healthcare professionals, along with educational tools for patients and their families. Another service that we offer is our home delivery service, which is Nutricia Homeward Metabolics and Specialist. And this is where if a patient is on our protein substitutes, they can sign up for Nutricia Homeward, and then they can have their protein substitutes delivered straight to their door, which just takes that little bit of hassle out of their lives and makes their lives a little bit easier with PKU. Another service that we have is our My PKU app, which is now available on Apple and Android. And this is an app that we've developed to help with the daily management of a PKU diet. I actually have a metabolic condition myself, PKU, and I've actually been on Nutricia products right from being very little up till now. I think the family support is hugely important, and because my parents were quite involved with PKU and wanted to learn more and wanted to see how they could help and give me variety, and then also with that, with the Nutricia on the side as well, providing these events and these services and support services, it matched together and mirrored and was really what I needed.
I think Metabolics can act as an inspiration for the rest of the organisation in terms of the proximity to its patients, to its doctors, in what we do beyond just the product in terms of services, creating a community, PKU Connect, invitations, etc. So it's a huge inspiration.